Well, the names are Florida Senator Mark Rubio, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. That's probably going to be who it is, I bet. Florida Rep Byron Donalds, New York Rep Elise Stefanik Gross, and Dr. Ben Carson.
So can't we eliminate a couple of these just based on residency? Rubio, Donalds.
Do we claim
because Rubio has Florida, or because Trump has Florida? Rubio, he doesn't need that support.
The president and the vice president can't live in the same state.
What do you mean?
They can't live. They can't be from the same state.
What?
They
can't have residents in the same state.
What? When did that start?
Like, I don't know, 1776.
That's not when that started. That is not true. What? I've never heard this before.
You've never heard that?
No, I believe you, but I've never heard that. No.
It's true, but I don't know if Trump claims residency in Florida. I mean, he might.
Live streaming?
Yes.
Okay. Comments.
Why everybody gets scared?
Well, we can't edit out what we say.
I don't know if Trump claims residency in Florida or not. I mean, he might. He lives there most of the time, but
that's where the real White House has been for the past 4 years. Didn't you read Q?
Yes, I did.
Who's Q? You were about to say who's Q?
Somebody find out when that started for Brett. I'll find out. But yes, they cannot live in the same state.
I think that's true. And if true, it eliminates the person I'm most excited about on that list and the person I'm least excited about on that list.
You're most excited about Byron Donalds, least excited about Marco Rubio.
Correct. Marco Rubio is a non-serious person in my mind. He was in front of a crowd of people when he was running for president in 2012. And he told an old woman who asked him about marijuana legalization. He told her, can't do that. It's more carcinogenic than cigarettes.
What is?
Smoking weed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And anybody that says that in public and is serious has automatically disqualified themselves from any sort of consideration for any office, in my view.
Yeah, that really tees up one of my potpourri, so I'm glad you brought that up. But let's wrap this conversation up before I bring it in. So, I mean, I kind of, Ben Carson, I think that's probably a good pick, right? If it was Ben Carson, 999, upside down 666.
That was Herman Cain.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. The other black guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to Herman Cain on the show.
Well, if Trump is gonna do what he did in 2016 and be strategic about his choice, he really needed to secure the evangelical vote in 2016 because all that crap about his personal life was coming out, and they were like, I don't know, he might choose a black man or a woman. So Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, Ben Carson. The list is not that exciting to me. I am rooting for Tulsi Gabbard, but that's not going to happen. So Byron Donalds, Team Byron Donalds.
Byron Donalds, I don't have a problem with him. I think Byron Donalds might suffer from, the Kamala issue, which is not having had national attention. I mean, he's only had national attention for about a year since he ran for speaker. And I feel like when you put it kind of like DeSantis, more DeSantis than Kamala, when you put him on the national stage, you realize that all that glitters is not gold, maybe. And I don't know. I mean, he might be great. I have no idea, but I just think he doesn't have that much experience. So I'd be slightly concerned. And I think that's why Tim Scott may have a little bit of an edge on him. But then you've got Noam. I think Noam probably got rooted out because of killing that dog. And then, then Stefanik, she seems like an opportunist. She was always moderate, worked with Bush, worked with Romney, worked with, I don't know, whoever else, critical of Trump in the first term, or maybe not first term, but first election. And then suddenly now she's like a Trumpster. And so kind of which way the wind blows. And I don't know that I like that in a vice presidential candidate. So I'm not incredibly excited, but I think I would be excited if Donalds can live up to the hype. I would be excited.
I think I know why Michael likes Byron Donalds.
Why?
During Jim Crow, the black family was together. During Jim Crow, more black people were not just conservative, because black people always have been conservative minded, but more black people voted conservatively.
So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's why Michael likes Byron Donalds, because he wants to go back to Jim Crow when blacks were more conservative.
No.
Damn it, Michael! Come on.
Oh yes, I mean yes. No, I like Byron Donalds because I think he represents where the party needs to go. A lot of these other people are where the party needs to go away from. Rubio's establishment, Stefanik. Yeah, I mean she kind of opportunism, yes, but started with the first impeachment trial. She was really hammering, and then the second one as well. But her stuff on free speech is just outrageous. She's trying to send people who. Elise Stefanik, she's Israel first, and is trying to send protesters back home who say something bad about Israel. I like JD Vance. I just don't know strategically what does he bring to the table. I really like JD Vance. I don't know that he expands the Republican base, and then Tim Scott's a boob.
JD Vance, I'm not his biggest fan, although that movie Hillbilly LG was very good. But yeah, I'm not his biggest fan. But I will say with Donalds, that statement was kind of crazy. I think what he meant, or I'm not even gonna say what he meant.
I know what he meant, but
I know what he meant. I don't know why you use the point of reference as Jim Crow. Like you could just say back in the day, like because that is true. Black families were more intact. Black fathers were in the home, but I don't even think Jim Crow was the height of that. It was more like the late 60s, early 70s. I think was really the height of that. So I just don't know why he needed to use Jim Crow as a frame of reference. But yeah, that's probably not going to go. Probably going to knock him down a point or two.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
That pre-civil rights era, right? Is what he meant. But there were some downsides too, so you should probably recognize those as well. Yeah.